everybody, and welcome back to In the Sparrow's Nest. Today's Theme Thursday, and we would love to participate this week. We have Green, and we have two babies who would really like to get dressed out of their jammies. So we're going to do Theme Thursday with Martin Luke and with Matteo Casimiro, because Nani, who happens to be their reborn artist, has done a 4-question tag called Spring Has Sprung. So we are going to start with baby Matteo. We have 4 questions, so we're going to do 2 questions with Matteo and 2 questions with Martin. And Matteo is going to wear this little newborn Just One You by Carter's. This was actually a little romper that he had come home in, and it's navy blue with a double green striped across the chest. And what I thought originally was a frog, nope, he's a chameleon. But he's a happy chameleon, right? And I'm glad I'm not a bug, because he does look hungry. So, let's see. For those who don't know, Nani is the artist who created Matteo for me. He is the Joseph asleep, and he was gifted to me. And he is so precious, and he loves hanging out here in the nursery with his big brother, Martin. And the first question, because I can keep talking and talking, I'm a very long-winded type of person. Oh, did I mention? Nani blanket behind him. Nani is also an excellent crocheter. She does booties and bonnets and caps. And let's start her tag, or I will never get to it. Let's see. First question. What do you love about newborn babies? Well, let's see. I remember when I was little and my brother was born. I was 4 years old, and they put brand new newborn little baby brother in my lap. And the first thing I did was looked at him in awe and cried. So I guess back then I did not think much about newborn babies. But I do love newborn babies when they're all wrinkly. Yeah, I love those newborn wrinkles. The little wrinkles that they get over their eyes and on their hands, and especially between those little toes and feet, just like their skin is too big for them. Their clothing is too big, and they're going to have to grow into them. So I love all those little newborn wrinkles. And why wrinkles are not so adorable on older people, I don't know. It seems that we spend a lot of time trying to cover up those wrinkles instead of enjoying them, right? Wrinkles equals wisdom or something like that. So, anywho, yeah, loving those wrinkles. So the second question is, what is your favorite springtime activity? Well, being in Georgia, we kind of have, it almost seems like we have 2 types of weather. It's either really hot or it's really cold. And one of the things I do in spring that I also do in fall, but probably more so in spring, is plant trees. Yep, that is my absolute favorite springtime activity. Usually this is the time of year where we get rain, and so when you plant those trees, we get all that nice, gentle spring rains, and it's very, very important so that we can get those tree roots in the ground and doing well. And I would like to say that one of my favorite things to do is to go walking, but because our winters are pretty mild at most times, I pretty much go walking throughout the fall, winter, and spring. And then during the summer, you don't dare leave your house. Another springtime activity I can't say I love doing, but it's weeding. Yep, our winter annuals are horrid. And it's something, I don't know, I don't love doing it, but I know it's a necessity. And when it's all done and it looks awesome out there, I'm quite proud of myself. So yeah, a lot of activities. Definitely my favorite, planting trees. Can never plant enough trees. I always say, if you have someone who has passed and you want to remember them somehow, plant a tree. If you want to have a celebration of life, plant a tree. Celebration in death, plant a tree. Trees are for the next generation, and I think there's nothing more lovingly, a loving gesture than to plant a tree in honor of somebody you love. So with that, our little Mateo is all dressed, and I'll think about putting socks on him, but I love the feet. Everyone who knows me, toes are where it's at. Wrinkly little toes, and I love them barefoot. So I'm probably going to leave Mateo all barefoot. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so sweet. Thank you, Nani. I love my little Mateo Casimiro. Okay, on with Martin Luke. All right, Martin, you are next, little bub. I adopted Martin from Nani, and this was in the very beginning when she first started reborning. And I saw him, and I was like, he's just got the cutest little face. He's just so cute, and he has beautiful green eyes, and I don't know, he's just something about him. He's very unique. And today we are going to dress him in this green romper with a polo collar and a little embroidered monkey. And it's got these really nice stripes that go across the entire outfit. Navy blue with white and tan. And look at all those snaps. Oh, my. Oh, and right before I get him dressed, I wanted to just show this while he was still in his onesie, is that sometimes you can have a kit that they tell you is a three-quarter arm and leg kit, but sometimes you can get away with putting that kit in a full body leg. Not usually, no, obviously not with arms, but with legs, sometimes you can get away with it. And I had switched out Martin's body for a full leg slip because his legs are really, really long. And so when he was in the older body, I said, you know, he just seems like he's got really, really long legs for a newborn baby. So I switched him into this, and I think he looks really, really good. And there are a few other dolls in my collection that I've done exactly that same thing, where just because they say it's a three-quarter leg, sometimes you can get away with putting them in a full leg suit. And of course, the plus is you can put them in things that are short legged, and so you don't see the cloth underneath, which is kind of a plus. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the third question. And that is, what is your favorite sound of spring? Oh my goodness, so many wonderful sounds of spring. But my absolute favorite, this is how I know spring is really here, bees. Yep. Whenever I hear pollinators out there, the bees that buzz, I go, oh yeah, it's springtime, get the flowers open. And that's why it's very important that I'm planting things that come earlier in the season, because sometimes your bees get fooled, especially Georgia weather. We'll have hot day after hot day after hot day, and the pollinators are like, all right, time to get out of dormancy. And they come, and then the next day it's cold again. So I always like to make sure that I've got flowers in abundance for our little pollinators. And I actually went outside yesterday while it was sunny, because today it's rainy, and I did a little video clip of some of our bees. So yeah. Oh, and I guess I have another sound that I like that always reminds me of spring. And it's I think you're going to have to wear this open, Martin. I don't like the way that's like really tight around your neck. Or the killdeer. We call them kildees. Killdeer are these small little shore birds, and they have a very unique sound compared to the other birds in our area. Oh my God, I may have to stop and do buttons. I don't know if I can talk and do buttons at the same time. So they show up in March, and when I hear them, it's like, oh yeah, spring's around the corner, and they have a very unique sound. I wish I had a way of sharing that with you, but I don't think I do. But I do. They make their nests on gravel. And when we had a gravel driveway installed in front of our house, this was before I basically let all the grass grow over it. Not really meaning to, but it happens. That's what happens when you have Bermuda grass. Oh my gosh, I did it. They lay their eggs in the middle of your driveway in a gravel road. That's just how they do it. And some years we've had success in that little baby kilties have been born, and they're adorable as can be. They're like baby chicks. When they hatch, they're complete little kilties. And they're so tiny, like little chicks. They are so cute, and they go, they walk really, really fast. And unfortunately, because they nest on the ground, they have a lot of things that can carry them off, such as snakes and other birds. So you have to be mindful. I try to be very, very mindful anywhere where I see gravel roads on around our farm, because you never know, you could see a little nest. So those particular birds and the sound of bees, those are my favorite sounds of spring. And then the other question, the last question, number 4, is when did you start collecting reborns? So, well, let me get the brothers back together, and then I'll answer that question. Hold on a second. Okay, so now we have Martin and Mateo all sitting together, looking pretty in their greens. And I added a few frogs because that is also part of the theme. That was one of the alternatives. And I don't have a lot of frogs in the nursery, but I do have a few, and these are a few of them. I always love the word frog because F-R-O-G, faithfully rely on God. So I do have some frogs to just be a sweet reminder of that. Now, question number 4. When did you start collecting reborns? Well, I started collecting reborns when I was doing research on how to paint reborn dolls. I had gifted my mom, a blank kit, the honey kit, and I had the muffin kit, and I knew nothing about creating them. So it was in that process of learning how to paint reborns that I fell in love with the hobby. And Baby J was my very first doll that I purchased. He is my full-bodied silicone, and that was in October of 2014. And Niles came shortly after. I think it was like in May of 2015. So, and that's when it started. They were the beginnings of collecting, and then I just never stopped from there. So I've been in the hobby for quite some time, and I'm really glad I'm here. I've met a lot of awesome people, made a lot of good friends, met a lot of beautiful artists. There's just so much in the hobby to appreciate, and I'm just really grateful that I'm here, that I get a chance to do this. So I thank my mama, because my mama, she got me hooked. So I can say one thing for sure. I can blame my mama, but it's a good blame. I wouldn't have it any other way. So anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed the tag and seeing Martin and Mateo in some green. And also, I really hope you'll get to do her tag, Nani's tag. It's sweet, it's simple, and spring is still springing everywhere. So if you get a chance, I'd love to hear your answers too. It's one way that we get to know each other better in the community, and it's fun. So hope you all are doing well. We are looking forward for Ratty to be returning soon. I'm hoping any day now I'm gonna get that little letter that says, Mom, on my way home, because boy do we miss him. So anytime he comes home is gonna be a blessing, and I know he's had a good time. I know he has. So anyway, we want to thank you for joining us once again, my friends. Please, peace be with you. See you later. Thank you.